Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to hit a trout stream, and I'm going to show you how to tie up a trout harness that I have used for many years. It's a worm harness that I use for trout fishing and panfish, and we're going to do a little fishing. So we'll see you on the stream right about now. Okay, so to tie this, you're going to take a section of line, whether it be mono or fluorocarbon. You can make it as long or as short as you want. For trout and most panfish applications, I use a size 8 bait holder hook, which has the little barbs to keep your bait on your hook, and a downturned eye. Okay, so to tie this, take your line, go down through the eye, and bring the end of the line down to about the bend in the hook. Hold it with one hand, and I go about 6 wraps around the shank. Come back up to the other end, run it back up through the eye this time, and pull it tight. Now, that puts your bottom hook on the line. To do the top hook, take your second hook. This time, with your second hook, you're going to run it up through the eye instead of down. So run it up through, and then what I do is I bring it down and space it however far I want. Now, if I'm using nightcrawler sections, I'll space it about 1.5 to 2 inches between the hooks. If you're going to run a full nightcrawler, then you can space it longer. Normally, all mine are pre-tied just to make it quicker when I break one on the stream. So I'll bring it down, space it about like that, then hold the line, wrap it again 5 or 6 times, take the end of the line, run it back up through the eye, pull it. Now I'll give it a good pull to set the line in place. Now, to attach it to your main line on your rod or your leader on your rod, I use a snap swivel. So what I do is I come up, take the line, double it over to do a loop knot. I'm going to do a surgeon's loop. So then once it's doubled, just create an overhand loop. Take the tag end, run it through once, run it through twice. Start to cinch it down. Before you cinch it, wet it. Once it's wet, pull it tight, and then trim the excess. When I fish this, I connect it to the snap swivel, close the swivel, and then you got to put your worm on. Okay, so you have, take a whole night crawler, and I don't want the whole night crawler because that's too much for the area I'm fishing. Sometimes I will use a whole one, but most of the time I'll pinch it into halves or thirds. So find the head, which is the darker section that's trying to find a hole in my hand, and then down below that head is a band that runs right around the night crawler. Go below this band somewhere, and all you do is take the section that you want and pinch it with your thumb to pinch it off. Throw the head back into your worm container to use later. If you don't use it, it'll regrow its tail. It'll seal itself off and regrow. Now, I'll take this section and leave about 1/4 inch or so, put it down through the hook, thread it right onto the hook. Now, you can thread it like that, or you can come back again and rotate and run it on a second time. Sometimes on the top hook I'll run it down through once, and then the bottom hook I'll come down and run it through twice. But you can run it once, or you can run it through twice. This allows the worm to drift naturally through the water column. I like to leave at least 6 or 7 inches between the hooks and my swivel. Sometimes I will actually go more than that. You want to fish this right along the bottom. So right above my swivel, what I'll do is I will put a split shot or two depending on the water flow. A lot of times I'll try it without it first to see how it fishes, and then add weight accordingly. The more you fish this rig, the more you'll get used to it. And this is a stocked trout stream, but there are other fish in here, as shown. This same setup, I'll also put a float on anywhere up above, anywhere from a foot to 2 or 3 feet, and I'll fish it for panfish at the local lake. Same setup, same worm harness, and just a pinch of crawler on it. Just gonna add one split shot right above that to help it get down. That is not a trout either. Trick here is not to get caught in that tree. There we go. No, unwrap from the tree. Unwrap from the tree. Come on. Come on, get up out of there. There we go. Come on. And that's perfect. The top hook is on the outside of the bottom jaw. Hold on. Hold on. The top hook is on the outside of the bottom jaw. He actually bit on the bottom, and that's down inside the mouth. Once again, through the top, through the bottom, and as that worm does its natural expanding and contracting, it'll move freely through the water column. I like this better than just a ball of bait on a single hook. It's a more natural approach. There we go. Looks like a rainbow. Come here, baby. Come here. Easy, boo, there's hooks. Easy, buddy. And a nice rainbow. Hold on, boo. Sometimes it's fun fishing with kids. Get in here. Get over that tree. Whoop. Well, darn it. There's another one of these snails that I just found. A little bit smaller than the first one. If you know what these are, drop a comment. I'm gonna have to go home and look it up. Well, it got a little hot, so we're headed back to the house, and Boo needs a nap. As you can see though, that worm harness works really well. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment or a like, especially if there's something you want to see us do outdoor related in the future. And we'll see you on the next one. Say bye, Boo. I guess you don't get a bye.